Hello and welcome everyone, this is the VG Pierce. I'll be coming at you with some Season 7 action from the Cabal Vision Champions Cup playoffs. And we are in the championship match. It's going to feature two great coaches, saviors of Athel, Loren, the Wood Elf team, taking on the Owl Watch Chaos Dwarf team of Crucifer. And both of these coaches, I'd say actually Enarion here would have had the worser of the two roads here. It seems as if Enarion would just lose it all at once, but he managed to pull it out against the Khemri team. He was able to pull one out against the Lizard team, and he definitely somehow, some way took it against the Undead team. We'll see if he's able to match that magic tonight, because he's gonna need it. Crucifer climbing up through the ranks, taking out the Necromantic team, and then a very tough Dark Elf team, and then Chaos team of AndyDavo, Flaming Death going down, and then now facing off against Enarion here, the Magician. And I did actually catch this live earlier with AndyDavo himself, and we had some good times there, and so definitely I will have the link to that video. If you want to catch that live, you can definitely check it out there as well. So you can see it there, but for right now we are going to have the replay. And let's go ahead and get into the match. Normally, I don't get to see the matches beforehand. I do get to see the score, but normally I don't know what happens. But I did do this live again with Andy and also with Zunk, and I do know what happens. But we're gonna just, we're just gonna practice as if, right? In my preliminary prediction, I did say I liked Enarion, but really it's because who can go against the Magician? Who can go against the guy that pulls everything out from nowhere, plucking victory from the field's defeat, taking one out? I just don't know. It is going to be Enarion, saviors of Athel, the Wood Elf team, taking on Crucifer's Chaos Dwarf team, the Owl Watch. And boy, I mean, it is definitely going to be one for the ages if Enarion wins, but we both know, and honestly all of us knows, that for Enarion to win it, he's gonna have to do something really, really crazy tonight. Hey, what's going on, Nate? Great to see you tonight. And we're gonna see who is gonna take the coin toss. It is gonna be the Wood Elf team, saviors of Athel. Let's go ahead and quickly go through both of these sides' skills before we go any further. And as you can see there, Bull Centaur +1 in agility with that mighty blow, and the tackle ability with guard, and also the block. And then you're going to have a whole bunch of Chaos Dwarfs. But let's go ahead and fill out the Hobgoblins. This one here with no skill, and this one with Dirty Player, and also here with the Sure Hands. And then this Chaos Dwarf blocker with that guard, and then the Bull Centaur with Break Tackle, Sidestep, and that Blotch ability here. And then more Chaos Dwarves, as you can see there, Diving Tackle for this Chaos Dwarf blocker, something that the Chaos Dwarves had just leveled up and kind of wants to surprise the Wood Elf team with, and so definitely could be something to really watch out for. And now the Claw and the Mighty Blow and the Piling On with that jump up ability for that Chaos Dwarf, and then Claw with that Mighty Blow and the guard ability with the Piling On for this Chaos Dwarf blocker. So as you can see, nobody on the bench for this Chaos Dwarf team, really just because it's to make sure that Enarion doesn't have so much in the team value to actually get in inducements. But as you can see already, Wizard is going to be chosen for one of them. You're going to root for the Smashy team? Alright. Yes, and that's definitely the way to go, because Crucifer's Chaos Dwarf team, he should win this match, given all things being equal here. And everything actually is about equal, actually. So we'll see if the Chaos Dwarf team should be able to pull out this win today. Wood Elf team, as you can see already, Tree with the multiple block grab and the block and the guard ability. And I really just don't know what he went with the multiple block here for, but he did anyways. And so, I guess it's one of those things where you got the guard, you got the block and the grab. What else are you going to get? I don't know. He didn't roll doubles to get pros, so count that one out. So I suppose multiple block, he's got the essentials, so I suppose what else are you going to do, right? Wrestle with that dodge ability, and then the dodge with that thrower, and then the War Dancer here with the tackle and the sidestep, and then the strip ball war dancer here on the right side. Nice to see there. Actually, Crucifer had leveled up a hobgoblin as well, but for today's match, his main ball carrier is out due to the Chaos team. AndyDavo had crippled him, and he won't be for today's match. So he had to get the sure hands hobgoblin because Enarion went for his level up, a strip ball, just before the game. So we'll see if that's going to come into action here. One of the biggest things here on the pitch, 1 move touchdown, +1 agility, +1 in movement allowance with that sprint and the sure feet. Watch out for this guy right there. But as you can see, a couple of loner players for the Wood Elf team, and then a lineman with no skills whatsoever. He does have another catcher, but with the sidestep and the fend, with that block ability, no bench for the Wood Elf team. And so, quite honestly, all the Chaos Dwarf team needs to do is just grind it out, play their 2-1 offense as they should, and then after that, just bash down the Wood Elf team to nothingness, and they should be able to pull out the win. We should see a lot of injuries today, especially with a lot of these guys with tackle. In fact, just about all of them with tackle, as well as having that mighty blow ability. This is going to be quite a difficult game for the Wood Elf team to actually take out. And he does have that wizard in his hand, and so he definitely can have something that he can do to maybe be able to turn it around if the wizard is going to go well for him. So what is it that you're hearing, that the blondie dies, right? Yeah. They do die first, right? I mean, look, this is going to be like one of those horror games, right? I mean, those horror movies where, you know, the pretty one dies first and stuff, right? High kick. I mean, you'll be able to put the thrower right underneath, and the Wood Elf team did set up for the bash, and we'll put everybody on the line. So there, the Wood Elf team is going to try to play some bashiness against the spread lineman here of the Chaos Dwarf team. We are on the way. So the only other question I have to ask here is if there's going to be more to the inducements. Will there be some Bloodwiser babes or things like that? I mean, I just don't know. The blonde elf is the fastest one. I suppose, yeah. I think it's more of a kind of a dirty blonde, right? I mean, it's kind of brownish, really. And there's going to be the hit there. War Dancer will take the assist. And then, oh, a death injury there on the Chaos Dwarf blocker. And that's the one with diving tackle, the one that the Wood Elf team kind of has to watch out for. And he will APO that, but thankfully will get him back in the next bit. But now the Wood Elf team doesn't necessarily need to worry about this and could slow down things here in the game. When we were casting it, we just thought that, wow, death injury straight out could actually mean a great thing, because as I said before, Chaos Dwarf team doesn't have a bench, and so that now actually down an apothecary, he could see some more injuries come out, and then maybe it'll be the Wood Elf team that'll have the numbers advantage. But we'll see. A big foul that comes out, and I see no bribe there by Enarion, so kind of risky. 30% actually to get the foul being called, because you just need doubles on the armor value break or the injury, and you're going out, buddy. So 1 in 6 chance on both will mean about a 30% chance for that to happen. So risking it there, and the Wood Elf team is the one being a little bit bashy, but how can you blame them there? Chaos Dwarves are going to be the one that's going to get the bashes on. As you can see there, we'll get the blitz. Defender stumbles. We'll be able to get down because, like I said, everybody just about on this team has tackle. Will produce the injury. And MNG, that is the strip ball war dancer, and will use the apothecary. But unfortunately, oh no, that's the strip ball war dancer. And with that, the biggest reason why this hobgoblin had taken the sure hand skill, because he wanted to protect against the strip ball, but now that war dancer's out and for the rest of the game. So oh, that is a big turnaround here. As you see there, the Wood Elves, Enarion, he loves to score pretty much as quick as he can. So there you go. It looks like he's just going to go ahead and get the push here, and then now this catcher already in range, just needs to get the catch from whoever he's going to get it from. Looks like it's going to be from the +1 agility man. He's just going to go ahead, move his guy slightly out the way and base him up and get some hits in. 3-die block. And we'll get the defender stumbles. Maybe get some more arm value breaks there, but it appears no. It's not going to have any big injuries. It actually did get the injury there. It got the 7, but... And the 8 will be good enough. Actually got the 9 on that, and then got the 7 on that injury. Not good enough. And there's the handoff, and there's the touchdown. So Enarion, this is going to go up 1-0 against the Chaos Dwarf team. But now the Chaos Dwarf team, all he needs to do is play solid, play good Blood Bowl, and go and cripple the Wood Elf team. How the heck? How the heck what, Nate? Did you miss something, or did I miss something? Did I say something weird? Yeah. Well, you know, he did get that injury on the Chaos Dwarf blocker, and now he did APO out of it. I mean, it happens, right? It's just a roll of the dice, right? So did get the big injuries, but thankfully did APO out of it. But unfortunately for the Wood Elf team, his War Dancers, one of the key pieces for today's match for the Wood Elf team, is down. So no strip ball man, and now's the Chaos Dwarf's time to shine, and he's got loads of rounds here, 2 up, and all he has to do is just hit the other team. Yeah, I know, but it's just a roll of the dice, Nate. It's just a roll of the dice. That's all it is. To get the death injury, you need to break the armor value, which is 9. So he needs a 10 or better on the armor value break, and then after that he needs to roll a 10 or better on the injury to actually get the injury, and then after that he needs to roll a d6 with a d8, and if he gets a 6 on the d6, then no matter what the d8 is, then it's going to roll out a death injury out to the other person. So that's kind of the thing that can happen there with that kick, and actually it's going to be a quick snap, so he's going to actually put the Bull Centaur right underneath it, and he's going to be able to catch it from the air. And boy, that was a 5+ catch, but he's going to get it, and what a great move there. He's going to put this Bull Centaur in range to actually get that catch from the air. Now he's going to carry the ball with the Bull Centaur, and he's got 4 strength, and with dodge and block will mean that he's going to be a much more difficult target for the Wood Elf team to actually attack and get the ball out. It's just nobody here for this Wood Elf team to dive in there and pry the ball away. But with the wizard in hand for Enarion, that could be the smallest bit of difference there. He's going to get that injury, and just going to be stunned there. No more out of that. And nobody was KO'd from that last bit, so no KO rolls were made. I don't know how many Blowvisor babes for the Wood Elf team, but I don't quite think he actually had enough for that, but we'll see. And yes, during the game here, again, if you guys haven't seen that game live, just go ahead and check it out. I'm going to put the link in the description a little bit later on, but for those of you watching on YouTube, just check out the link down in the body. Also, you can check out AndyDavo's streams there as well. He's a pretty good coach himself, as I said in my stream. I mean, he's just a really good Blood Bowl sense that he has, and kind of has a very deeper understanding of the game that I don't quite necessarily have sometimes. And plus, on the live match, you kind of get to see what we're all thinking there, and I did cast it live with him, and so again, loads of fun. Thanks a lot for that follow, Glasshammer. I really appreciate that. And now it is going to be the Wood Elf team's time to play some defense, and really, when you think about it, Wood Elf team, can they play defense that well? It really just depends on how many hits he can get off, how many arm value breaks he can get off as well. Looks like he's kind of picking on these Hobgaboos, and that is the one with dirty player, so he doesn't want to get fouled by that guy for sure. And with both of the apothecaries already blown in the first bit. Blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne. You're right about that, Nate. Oh, you just added that in there? Nice. Good one there. I like that one, actually. It's beautiful. And speaking of fouls, look at this. Enarion gonna continue on with his fouls. I suppose it's just a loner player, but I mean, boy, how much can he expect this to work? Sure, he's got a couple assists in there, and really just a, what, 6, 7 plus on that? Or 8 plus to actually get that armor value break. So not a really good situation for him to be in to really risk that 30% chance of fouling out. So there's a second foul coming out with the loner player. I mean, every bit of the Wood Elves on the pitch really counts, even if it's just a loner. We'll have that line moon back there, but with dodge and wrestle, we'll be a little bit more slippery, but we'll finally be able to get him down. Just another stun. So far, so good, though. Again, we were talking about this in the live match, and honestly, if you spoke to both coaches, they would just kind of say, hey, you know, I think I like how my chances are at the moment. For Wood Elves, you're just kind of happy that you're up 1-0, and also currently you're in the round of 3 and almost 4, and you only got 1 injury to show for it. And sure, he's got another KO, but for the most part, pretty injury-free. Yes, you just watched the replay. Amazing, yes. Thank you very much. Oh, it was a very fun time. I'll tell you that much. And for those of you out there who haven't seen this yet, you are definitely in for a treat. This is not going to be a dull game. I'll tell you that much. Not one bit. There's the multiple block, and as I said before, I kind of was making fun of this. Boy, who takes multiple block for trees, right? Nobody. Well, leave it to Enarion to prove me wrong. It is still viable, I suppose, but more often than not, they'll get tied up by one player of the other side, and then after that, you can't really dodge out, and you're not really fast enough to tie up that many other players. So it's just one of those things where multiple block, not extremely useful, but there are going to be some situational things that could be useful. I guess when you start off, then perhaps that's a good idea, but I mean, still, as you saw there, he did use the multiple block here, and he ended up with the push there, and then a hit on this one. Decided to grab him and then grab him to this spot there. So one of those things. And in the live match, Andy did point out, oh man, look at all these guys in the front bit, and obviously the Chaos Dwarves with the guard ability just gonna stand in there and just tie up all of these guys. Though we are probably going to see a bunch of elves dodge out. This is not an ideal situation to dodge out of, and their hobgoblin's going to go around the back to make these dodges coming out a little bit more difficult. And this is really what you want to do. You really want to make the opponent roll as many dice as possible, even if this is just a 2+ dodge to get out. But still, if he fails it, then the Wood Elf team will have to use rerolls probably, or just allow that one to go. And if he does allow that one to go, well, that's an armor value break, and it could mean the difference here. Chaos Dwarf blocker, he is going to actually dodge away, and it was a 4+ dodge, and he did get it. He will get the hit, will get the armor value break as well, and will go ahead and touch up the War Dancer to boot right afterwards. And so, pretty good stuff here. Very little risk there, even though it was a 4+ dodge to get out, and even if he failed it, it doesn't matter. I mean, heck, he was going to get bashed down anyway by this tree. He did get rooted down as well, so now this tree pretty much out of the equation. And now this Chaos Dwarf blocker, he's viable once again. Both down dice, and right there, during the live match, Enarion actually had thought long, very long and hard about this, whether or not to re-roll that, but in the end, he just thought, okay, you know, I got wrestle, we're just going to take him down, and then after that, get the push off here with another hit. And that's what he's going to do, and get this hit off here, and then get another hit on this Hobgoblin, and there you go. Actually worked out for the better. Was able to get down a couple more hits. Keep the reroll in hand as well, because more than likely, the Wizard's going to be used in the later bits here, and then we'll see if Enarion will be able to capitalize. Really would be great to have the reroll in hand as well. So, see how this is going to work out. We'll be able to hit in, and more armor value breaks, but just going to be a stun. And this is the difference there. Oh, but the piling on to boot right afterwards, and he will be able to injure the mighty thrower there with that dodge ability. And he's out of there, ladies and gentlemen. So, no thrower for the Wood Elf team. But that doesn't really reduce down his offense, but one less Wood Elf on the pitch. will mean that the Chaos Dwarf team will outnumber the Wood Elves and eventually be able to just suffocate them, constrict them, and watch them go out this game. I mean, once they're down to just maybe half their team, it's going to be a lot less potent. But we have seen Enarion come back with just, what, 4 or 5 guys left on the pitch? So, we'll see, right? We'll definitely have to wait and see. There's the wizard usage right there, and ball is going to scatter, and that's actually going to be in a very tough spot for the Wood Elf team. He's going to get the blitz off, but he's going to have to do the pickup against the tackle zone. I believe this guy's in range, and yes, he is. Loads of movement allowance, and that's the danger of the Wood Elf team, right? Loads of movement allowance, and gets the clutch hit there. We'll be able to take him down. Loner player, he's going to go ahead and get the 2-die block here for his lineman. He will be able to get the hits off, and he will be able to get the push combination. There you go. And look at this. This catcher, he's actually available. And so there we go. Here comes the pickup. He's got +1 agility, so 2+ pickup into a 2+ dodge. And this should be another 2+ pass right there. Yes, and it is going to be a 2+ catch. All too easy, says Enarion. And there you go. Off to the races. But there is no real race because this Chaos Dwarf blocker and this Bull Centaur is just out of range. And look at that. Playing in just... Oh gosh, he finds a way there. And Enarion, he's going to go up 2-0. Oh man, it is just looking more and more out of hand. How can you stop the Magician? I don't know, but it appears it's going to be the Chaos Dwarfs blockers and also the Bull Centaurs. They're going to have to be up to the task today, but not before Enarion goes up 2-0 with his Wood Elf team. And oh, that is a big one there. And oh, actually wanted to get the reroll off to get the hit off here on this very dangerous +1 in agility man with the +1 in a movement allowance, but rerolled back into skulls. Thankfully nothing more had happened, but now the Wood Elves, he's just gonna go and get these hits off. But man, a little bit risky here, but I suppose with 1 extra reroll, not too afraid. But still, I mean, how many times have I seen back-to-back skulls come out everywhere? And there are 3 of them came out for that 1 in 216 chance. And that could happen to Enarion, so he needs to really watch out for this because he could get knuffled pretty hard. Ooh, does get the injury there, and Urglox, he's going to go out, and there you go. As I said in the beginning of the game, injuries could be a thing for this Chaos Dwarf team. Now he's down to 10 guys. And the Wood Elf team, he's going to be down guaranteed 2 guys. And so at the best, it's going to be 10-on-9 for the Chaos Dwarf team. So as you can see there, those injuries really count there at the end. Enarion will be going up 2-0. Saviors of Athel, Loren. Alright, Nate. You gonna get some snacks for this game? There we go. Definitely sit back and relax and enjoy. 2-0 Enarion, he goes up. And the Chaos Dwarf team does have a couple of extra turns to make his score, but we'll see how that's going to transpire. He's going to have to get that pickup roll in the backfield and then quite possibly give it off to perhaps one of the Bull Centaurs, probably the one with +1 in agility, and then move his way down the field and hopefully be able to get the score. But 2 turns, it's not every day that you see a 2-turn touchdown by a Chaos Dwarf team. Round 7 coming up. He's going to put the Bull Centaurs there on the right side. He's not even going to play around. What more can happen here, I suppose, but can the Chaos Dwarf team actually make this touchdown? It's going to be difficult, right? I mean, the Wood Elves going to place a lot of guys here in the front field, and then after that, she'll be able to screen up and just stop her up, whatever the Chaos Dwarves are going to do. But, ooh, going to get a touch back there, and that's really big right there because now he just straight away just gives it off to the Bull Centaur, and he's got break tackle even, and so we'll see if that's going to come into play a little bit later on. Bull Centaur needs to just get down the pitch and then perhaps score it. And before we were saying that the pickup needed to be done and then perhaps a throw or a pickup. If that ball did not go out of bounds, then the Sure Hands pickup Hobgoblin would have had to grab it and then move up the pitch and then throw it somehow to one of these Bull Centaurs, and that's not an easy task to say the least. At least he's got the +1 in agility Bull Centaur, so just a 3+ on that catch, but still, you know, not something that the Bull Centaurs are accustomed to doing. Oh, Chaos Dwarf, though, he's doing things that he's accustomed to doing, and he will be able to produce another injury here. So 3 down for this Wood Elf team. And there you go, Chaos Dwarves might actually see some more light at the end of the tunnel here. Even if he doesn't score here, Wood Elves are down 3, whereas the Chaos Dwarves are down just 1. So 10 on, what is it, 8 at the moment. So looking a little bit better and better. Don't forget, Chaos Dwarves still yet to receive on his possession half in the second half. So I'm not sure if the Wood Elves can stand up to such might here, being down so much in numbers. But here comes the screen there. I don't think that the Wood Elf play is to jump in the backfield and try something a little bit crazy against the Bull Centaur. We'll see now. He's going to use the last reroll, and he will move down the War Dancer here and that blitz down that Bull Centaur. Oh, luckily he does get the defender down. He will be able to knock him down and will be able to stand right in front of that Bull Centaur. Look at that, forcing the blitz to be on this War Dancer here. And that's going to be a dangerous one as well, because he is going to have sidestep. So if he just ends up with some pushes on the dice, then sidestep will come into effect, and it's not going to be an easy one to pry him away. Bull Centaur needs to somehow, some way, get through the screen that this Wood Elf team has done in front of this touchdown area. So I don't know. As you can see there, this Bull Centaur is out. None of the Chaos Dwarves are in range at the moment. So at this point, Bull Centaur, he just needs to kind of get lucky at this point. He does need to blitz down this little War Dancer in front of him, but after that, what else is going to do here? He's going to have to just dance, basically. Well, at least he's getting another injury here, so -1 in armor value. That is big right here. So Chaos Dwarves, again, another injury too during this drive in itself. So a nice little win so far for the Chaos Dwarf team. Even if he doesn't score here, then at least he took down 2 additional Wood Elves. And as my buddy always says, good elf is a dead elf. Will get the reroll there on the 3-die block. Does get the defender down, does break armor, but just gonna get the stun there, and he will get this dodge out. He will be able to get around, and he will be able to get the touchdown. Crucifer, what is going on here? He will get this touchdown, a very crucial one at that, because boy, oh boy, would he have received it in the second half, then it would have been a lot more difficult task for this Chaos Dwarf team to win this game. But now he should be able to just grind out in the second half, go to 2-2, and perhaps be able to get more kills along the way in the second half, and then be able to just whittle down the Wood Elf team to nothingness and win the ball game that way. Oh man, what a big crucial score coming out from the Chaos Dwarves and Bull Centaur. As you saw there, he did actually get those dodges in, and during the live match we said it was a 3+, 5+, 4+ dodges to actually get through. I believe Andy did the math real quick, and without the team reroll, 16% chance to actually get all of that noise. You talk about lucky there. 16% basically rolled a 6 on that, my boys. Look at that. So he will be able to get that touchdown there, and will be able to give himself a little bit of a better shot at winning it. Now Chaos Dwarf team on his offense should be able to go down, should be able to get it 2-2, and then hopefully get the ball back and win the ball game. This is definitely a whole lot more fun. Oh, thank you so much for that, host there, Hunter. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much for that. Nate, you enjoying the snacks, my boy? Yes. Get the nice cake off here. And if anything, this is definitely a nice relaxing game of Blood Bowl. And already he's going to move up, and he will get the hit in. Chaos Dwarves didn't get a chance to field the ball in the first half, but now second half he will be able to field it, and he'll finally be able to get a hit on each one of these darn elves. As you see now, it's going to be 4 down for the Wood Elf team, so 10 on 7. 10 on 7. As you can see from the beginning, Wood Elves had been kind of attacking the Chaos Dwarfs every second he would get. He didn't score it right away when he had the chance at the second touchdown to get some bashes in himself, and did actually pay off in one injury to the Hobgoblin there with the armor value 7. So pretty good stuff. Did to get the claw hit and the mighty blow and the piling on with the claw ability against the tree man, but unfortunately doesn't hit pay dirt on that injury. Just more stuns, and luckily for the tree man doesn't get a big injury off. And now the Chaos Dwarf team, he's absolutely going to use his Bull Centaur to do the pickup. 3+ on those pickups, so not a big deal. And we'll be able to field the ball and move it up. Kind of what the Chaos Dwarf team really wanted to do beforehand until that strip ball War Dancer came into play. And so had to pick up the Sure Hands Hobgoblin so that he would become the main ball carrier. But with that strip ball War Dancer being knocked down very early, then now this Bull Centaur, he now becomes the main ball carrier. Oh yeah, he's definitely very badass, but he does have the claw ability, and so what the claw does is that he reduces the tree man's armor down to 7 instead of 10, as you can see right there. So it is a little bit more easier to injure with that claw ability. So something that the Chaos Dwarves actually has access to on the doubles, on the level up. You can get the claw ability, and if you can get doubles on the roll for your Chaos Dwarf blockers, you pretty much get the claw, unless you see something else like jump up or even the diving tackle for the Chaos Dwarf blocker here. And quite famously for Enarion, he has streamed some of his matches, and Enarion plays without the skills up. As you can see right here, I have the skills up for everyone to kind of see what's going on, but Enarion himself, when he plays, he does not have the skills up, and so it does stand the chance of him missing out on the skills, and he could actually nub it up and forget that, oh, this guy's got diving tackle, I'm going to try to dodge away, and then all of a sudden it's -2 to the dodge, and he could get nuffled there. And here goes the hit here. Just going to be a push on that. And the War Dancer, he's going to be in a tough spot here, but look at this Bull Centaur. He is going to be quite hittable here. Just need to get a couple assists for a 1-dive block and just need to leap out and then maybe get the hit in. But he will get the reroll there, but oh, he misses the dodge, and he will use the reroll there, but the go for it roll, it's going to fail. And it is going to be a back-to-back one. Oh, big ones here. And now because of that, a whole bunch of Wood Elves are going to be basing up this Chaos Dwarf team. So boom, there's one hit here, and it will be causing an injury. Just going to be a stun, but I believe it is going to be good enough to perhaps get a foul off or something like that. Here comes another hit, another injury here. Armor value breaks. This is exactly what the Chaos Dwarf team needed right there. And it is going to be another Wood Elf team out. And here comes another hit, and is it going to be causing an injury? Yes, it will, but just going to be stunned. But he's got the piling on, and he will cause yet another injury. Wood Elves are going to be gasping for breath here. Will it be enough for the Chaos Dwarf team? It needs to just get some more guys out, but oh man, that is half the team right there. That's 6 out of the 11, and uh-oh time. Only, what, 5 more Wood Elves on the pitch, and that's it? And really, that's the best he can field. It's just 5. We have seen the magic that the Enarion can pull out of the hat here, but can he do it again? I just don't think so. I mean, at this point, he just needs something here, and here's the dirty player hit. And oh, Enarion really needs to hope that this does not cause a huge injury, and it doesn't. It's just going to be a KO, but oh man, I don't know if the Wood Elf team does have a Bloodwiser bait or not. I kind of forgot to check when I was casting this live with AndyDavo. Again, if you guys have joined this stream kind of late, I did stream this live with Andy, so you guys can check out that match, or you can check it out live, and it was casted with the both of us doing it. So I will put the link down in the description a little bit later on for you guys out in YouTube, and for you guys out there, you can actually check it out on my video manager as well. But in my videos, it actually doesn't come out very clear, so I might have to point you towards Andy's Twitch for sure. And now just 5 Wood Elves down. And the +1 movement allowance, +1 agility. As long as he draws breath, though, he still has a shot. Enarion still has a shot to actually get this win somehow. I don't know how, but perhaps all he needs is this man right there. So he needs to keep this guy alive for as long as he can. But with what, 5 more turns to play, that's a tall order to ask. Here comes the ball centaur with the ball, and it looks like this tree man, he's gonna blitz down this catcher right there. Look at the defender stumbles, and won't get a big armor value break, but still not a big deal. Here comes the foul coming up with the 4 assist on the armor value. 10 will mean a 7+ to break armor, but with the dirty player, that does mean that he can get the +1 to it. And he did actually break armor with that 7 rolled, and just gonna produce a stun there. So that's gonna be good, but I guess not good enough. Not quite good enough at all. Here's the dodge away here, and it's gonna be a miss in alignment. And unfortunately, that will mean that the Chaos Dwarfs should be able to shine and move down the pitch. This should be a 2-2 tie at this point, and move into overtime period. So not over yet. Chaos Dwarfs were down 2-0. This does mean that he has to hope that the overtime coin toss goes his way, but still, just 5 more elves on the pitch. And again, we have seen the magic that is Enarion. He's crazy, man, but still, he can still win it from this position. I mean, it's not over yet, but here's another dirty player foul on the armor value 7. This is guaranteed to break armor at this point, and he will be able to get it. Another injury here, and that's the one with the niggling injury as well, so that was pretty much a guarantee. Sent off, and now at least the Wood Elves don't have to worry about the dirty player, but he has done his job absolutely, causing a couple of big armor value breaks, and gonna send out yet another Wood Elf person out on the side. So just what, 2 more elves and a tree? That's it. So now he's down to 3, and when you think about it this way, even if Enarion gets it back, he's gonna have to put all 3 Wood Elves on the pitch in the line. You have to have 3 people up on the line. That is the Blood Bowl rules. And so how can he field the ball? How? You just kind of can't. And at this point here, all you really need to do, if you're Chaos Dwarves, is just line all your guys up front, or just get a bunch of guys in the front bit there, and then now what the Wood Elf team is going to do? Almost nothing. At least the only hope is maybe this KO War Dancer comes back and makes it to where he does have 4 Wood Elves on the pitch, but that's, again, that's going to be difficult. Quite difficult for the Wood Elf team to pull off, even with the 4 Wood Elves. But again, we have seen Enarion pull off the impossible, so at this point, this is what he needs. Oh, here comes the blitz. It is going to be the mighty blow hit. He does have fence, so it doesn't matter if he had piling on or not, but it will get the hit, and oh, but no follow-up, and he's not going to use the reroll because Crucifer knows that it's going to go into overtime, so not going to use the reroll there. He doesn't want to get greedy here and just mess it all up for himself. Really wants to have a big chance to win at the end, because hopefully, more often than not, we should see that the Chaos Dwarfs might be able to get this might pull this off, or maybe if the Wood Elf team does get the offensive series, then at least should be able to stop them up to the point where even if it goes to 24 rounds and then the kickoff overtime, then at least he'll have a whole bunch of rerolls for him in the next bit. Now with turn 15, the +1 movement allowance is going to move away. I don't think he'll be able to get blitz off. Well, he should be able to with the Bull Centaur, so he should be able to get 1 more blitz here off, but it's not going to be with tackle, so only can depend on a 30% chance to actually knock him down with the defender down die. And the defender down die only. I don't think he's going to do a foul here on that tree man, because I see there no bribe or anything like that. And you can't go down any more additional personnel for this Chaos Dwarf team, so it's kind of the thing there. No more hobgoblins to kind of throw away. Maybe the sure hands guy, I suppose, but there's not a very good chance that you're going to get down this tree man for sure. Here comes the blitz here, and He will get the blitz off and hopefully be able to get him down. But unfortunately, just going to be a skulls there. Now, in the live match, I did say, boy, the reroll had to be considered there. You know, for me, I definitely would have used it there. But Andy actually said that he wouldn't have used it there. And I mean, yeah, he makes actually a good point. Why use the reroll there? You definitely want to keep it to where you have a distinct advantage going into overtime period and hold the rerolls and make it to where you have a much better shot at winning towards the end. So he called it right there over me. So there you go, 2-2. Crucifer does tie the ball game up. But don't forget, it is the bottom of the 16th round, but we should go into overtime, barring some type of miracle. And if you look, a whole bunch of down and out Wood Elves, but oh, thankfully the KO personnel comes back in the 16th, and so we'll see here. No Bloodwiser babe at all. So as you can see here, let's pause it up real quick. Wood Elf team has nobody on the pitch, 8 guys down. He only had a total of 11 guys, so 3 guys have to be up in the front line here. And this Chaos Dwarves, well, yeah, he's down 2, but who cares? That's what, 9 on 3? 3 times the numbers. Yeah. The tree gets up, the dwarf is like, I would stay down if I were you. Yeah, I know, right? Oh man, and at this point here during the live cast, we're like, boy, the only hope that Enarion has at this point is that perhaps a riot comes out, because look, there's no security gate guarding against that, or anything like that, or perhaps a quick snap, because even though this is a 1-move touchdown threat, he is just a threat. He is actually a 12 movement allowance at this point max. And it is 12 movement allowance on this pitch to make it there, and then the 13th is the touchdown. So he needs to have 1 more movement allowance, somebody somewhere, to get him into position. But I mean, how are you gonna do this? Because the Wood Elf team, right? He's only got 3 guys left, and sure, this tree's got grabbed, so you can definitely pull him into position. But how can you do this? He needs to blitz it, but at the same time, he needs this guy to get the ball. So how can you blitz with the Wood Elf? You can't. You just can't. I mean, there's really nothing. There's no 1 move here. There's no 1 move here. You have to hope for a riot or a quick snap. But even if you do get the quick snap, how can he prove it? Because, okay, the quick snap, sure, he'll get the 1 movement allowance needed, but the kick needs to land short. If it's out of range of this War Dancer, sure, he's got a lot of movement allowance, but he's got 10 max. If the ball lands into these 3 spaces right here, then the War Dancer will be just short of picking the ball up, and then that'll be it. Oh, but when there's a will, there's a way, and when there's an Enarion, oh, there's always a way. We'll see what is going to happen. Can he pull off the magic? But it's going to be a tall order. We'll see, though. He does have multiple block here, so should be able to maybe get a couple of hits in the front line. Quick snap there. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. And there we go. He is now in range for the touchdown. The kick is short. Look at this. And he's surrounded up by a couple of Chaos Dwarf blockers, but multiple block. Oh, and he's going to be able to hit down 1. He's going to be able to hit down 2. And time. That's going to be 1 less dodge he has to make right there. He just needs to somehow make it through. He's clear, baby. And the War Dance, he's going to pick it up. That's a 3+ dodge. But he did do the go for it roll. 2+ pass into a 2+ catch. And all Enarion needs is the dodge. He gets it. He moves on. Just to go for it rolls. And he got it. Touchdown, Enarion! He does it again! Enarion, the magician, pulls it out when there was nothing. Absolutely nothing. And OMG, how does he do it time and time again? Hunter, what can you do? The Chaos Dwarf team did just about everything right. He did nothing wrong, but he still loses. Oh man. And we were just about all speechless there during the live cast. And oh my gosh, as you can see there, 6 injuries created, 2 KOs, 30 blocks on both sides. Look at that, Wood Elf team actually had 1 extra block over the Owl Watch, but still, the name of the game was the extra little bit. The little bits. And that was all that's necessary. That was absolutely ridiculous. Oh my gosh. This is why you hate that's why you hate games being so luck-based, but honestly, that's what makes this game exciting right there. I mean, no 2 games were alike. I mean, it's kind of like give or take, right? You don't know if the player would have made all those rolls right there, and all you could do is just hope for the best, and that's kind of the thing. You yourself have seen the outcome, you've seen what you can do, but it's up to your players to react, up to your players to do what is necessary to win the game. And there you go, the catcher, he makes everything here and gets the W. Oh boy. Oh man, and Enarion moves on in the whole thing, and he does win 500 euros, brought to you by Cyanide and Focus Home Entertainment, and 250 euros to, oh man, bring to the pub by everyone around, because he's definitely gonna need it right there. Enarion wins it, takes the cup in glorious fashion, not just once, not just twice, but almost 3 times right there. The Wood Elf team pulling it out each and every single time, had just about nobody left on the pitch for him, and there's nothing left that I can say about this man. He just absolute magic. Absolute magic. And with that, we are coming to an end there. If you guys haven't already, this is not an official announcement, but yes, we should see the Champions Cup Season 9 go off. Not going to be in the first week of Blood Bowl. I do believe we're going to wait a little bit to see the bugs and see how it's going to go. There also may or may not be a cash prize depending on the bugs as well. So it's not an official thing, but definitely it's something that we are just kind of waiting and just making sure everything's going to be proper for Blood Bowl play. Also, another thing to note is that the Blood Bowl Cup will be featuring 32 people to go into the tournament. So 24 of the top races of each race will go in, and then the number 2 of each race will go in after that. So 24 of the top coaches, and then the 8 extra ones will be able to go in as well. And a lot of people are kind of happy as well for that. That is also not official, but it is just about official at this point. We close the competition here and award everyone their just desserts before they all pull out. And those of you who are in the cup, and you can't pull out early, otherwise you will miss out on the treats. So I think we had one person already pull out, and that's a bit unfortunate, but not a big deal. It's gonna be glorious if Enarion pulls out a win with the halflings. Yeah, I know. And during the live match, we did have a bit of an interview with Enarion, and he said that he was gonna play halflings along with the Wood Elf team. And I said to him, and I asked him whether or not he was gonna take the halflings or the Wood Elf team if he both qualified with the races, and he said that he was gonna take the halflings. And then there you go, right there, boys. He's gonna say, you know what, guys, I'm gonna take my halflings, and you know, I already won it with the Wood Elf team. Let's see if I can do it with these flings here. And so definitely will be one to watch. I am not exactly sure what can we see. I mean, look, he's only got 1 tree here. What can he do with 2 trees, right? I just don't know. As well, we should see Zara on the pitch finally. Zara, the Undead Slayer, as well as perhaps Deep Root Strong Bench if he gets enough inducements. And we'll definitely see the Halfling Chef in action as well. Oh man, that was a glorious match right there. Glorious. That is why we play Blood Bowl right there. That right there is the difference between humans and magicians, really. I mean, that's all you can say. That's all you can say. Oh gosh. And now, with that, guys, thanks for joining me so much for this cast. It has been a pleasure. All the Champions Cup playoffs right here on my channel. If you haven't already, please follow along and subscribe if you're watching out there on YouTube. It definitely helps me out. I said to myself, boy, if I don't make 1,000 subscribers on YouTube by the end of the year, then I may just put down the casting bit. But boy, Andy has been quite an inspiration to me, and he said to me, he said, you know what, VG, I really like how you cast, and you sound really great, just professional even, so I would hate for you to stop. And so you guys out there, please keep the dream alive, keep it going. I will be streaming a little bit, Nate, another game, of course, but not Blood Bowl, but still, yes. I will be on in just a little bit. I'm gonna grab a drink and just be there. I know, Nate, but you know, I'm slowly getting there. I have a lot of Twitch followers, and you know, YouTube is picking up. So, I mean, I haven't really thought about it, but I mean, it's just sometimes it feels discouraging at some points. At some points, you just go, boy, you know, I've been doing this for what, 3 years, and look at me now. I'm just barely just cutting the surface here. I'm barely scratching anything, you know. Fool of a toque. You must pull through. Okay, Nate, just for you, my man. Just for you. But we'll see, right? Yeah, I'm not too worried about Twitch at the moment, but I mean, YouTube. Hopefully I can make it over 1K, but yes. I'll definitely give it a go, for sure. Alright guys, I will be having another stream coming up soon. I'm probably just going to do some, yeah, I'm going to do some other game here. I haven't really chosen what, but I'm definitely going to play. You know, it's Labor Day weekend, so I'm off tomorrow. So I'm probably going to play for a good couple bit more hours. So I'll see you there, Nate. All the rest of you, thank you again, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time.